Eskimos, what is the scariest thing you've heard while living in the tundra? My dad was a hunter in the Arctic, and one night he was out with his dogs when he heard a strange noise. It sounded like a woman crying, but he knew that was impossible. He had heard stories about a creature called the Tornat, which was said to mimic human voices to lure people in. He tried to ignore it, but the sound kept getting closer. Suddenly, his dogs started barking and ran off into the darkness. My dad was left alone, with only the sound of the crying woman getting closer and closer. He knew he had to get out of there, so he started running back to his village, but the sound followed him, getting louder and more desperate. He finally made it back to the village and burst into his house panting and sweating. He told my mom what had happened, and she immediately knew what it was. She grabbed a knife and went outside, chanting a prayer. The crying stopped, and my dad never heard it again. Years later, my dad was out hunting again when he heard the same noise. This time he didn't run. He stood his ground and shouted at the creature to leave him alone. The crying stopped, and my dad never heard it again.